Thank you for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz. Now, many of us have enjoyed this beautiful Saturday, and so we're really looking forward to what's to come. Meteorologist Corrales Ortiz is with us. Corrales, I'm hoping we can expect more sunshine.
Yeah, so we had a fantastic start to our weekend. It was a little bit of a frosty start for many this morning.
Yes.
We had freeze warnings and advisories.
I brought the coat back out to walk my dog. Yep.
Quickly warmed up though later this afternoon, that's for sure. But here's an idea of how cold it was this morning. Some locations were near or below freezing, especially to our north and northwest. Looking at this morning's low temperatures, we were as cold as 26 over in Fayetteville, 29 in Bentonville, and 28 in Russellville. We were 35 here in Little Rock, though, only if just 4 degrees shy of actually tying record cold temperatures for this date. So we didn't see that here, at least in Little Rock, but I think they did say in North Little Rock Station there, they did tie record cold temperatures. Highs today were in the low 70s across a good chunk of the central portions of the state. A little bit cooler to our north. They were stuck in the 60s, but as warm as the upper 70s as far southwest as Texarkana. A good 15 to almost 25 degrees warmer compared to what we saw yesterday. We're still sitting in the 70s, a good portion of the area. And if you want some warmer days in store, I got that for you guys. Nearing 80 degrees by tomorrow and the next couple of days. So we should be actually above average in terms of temperatures these next several days. But what we are going to be expecting in next week, I'll be talking about the potential for not only rain, active weather coming our way between Monday and then Wednesday. So I'll have details on that and what we can expect coming up.
And the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office has a suspect in custody for a homicide from recently in the Hardin community. 51-year-old Charlie Irvin was arrested yesterday in connection to the death of 33-year-old Anthony Alexander. Anthony was found on Thursday shot to death in his home on Eva Drive near Whitehall. Irvin is being charged with capital murder and tampering with evidence. And we move now to a scary scene out of North Little Rock, a police chase ending in a deadly crash. According to North Little Rock police, officers tried to make a traffic stop near Smothers Street and East Washington Avenue, but officers say the driver didn't stop, instead speeding off and hitting another car at the intersection of Locust and Bishop Lindsay. Police say everyone in that final car that was hit is okay right now, but 2 passengers from the car that fled were killed, and the driver is still in critical condition. All right, now across the community, we have a big birthday to announce, but it's not just for any person, it's for Little Rock. The capital city turns 300 today. We might not have enough candles, but plenty of people came to celebrate the tricentennial milestone. THV 11's Ian Russell helps us look back at our city's beginnings.
Sometimes to grow, you have to remember where you came from. It's why even 300 years after Little Rock was discovered, the city isn't forgetting its past. Amidst the hustle and bustle of downtown, it's easy to forget the past.
It's important to remember history because that's how we got here.
April Goff gets that firsthand. As president of the Early Arkansas Reenactors Association, she knows the history of this area.
We have to commemorate those events because it might have been a small event to them, but where would Little Rock be if they hadn't have done it?
But not everyone does. Just feet from the river market is the reason we live in Little Rock and not a city with a different name.
French explorer Jean-Baptiste Bernard de la Harpe and his crew came up the Arkansas River.
300 years ago Saturday, those explorers discovered this rock. They called it La Petite Roche, or the Little Rock. The Quapaw Nation had been in the area since the 1500s, but this was the first time we know of this place being called Little Rock.
We want people to know where they're from, know their heritage, and then they can help pass that on to the next generation.
Denver Peacock is the chairman of the La Petite Roche Tricentennial Task Force. Their goal is to promote that heritage so everyone knows where this city came from.
All of us have been shaped and marked by what happened here, whether you're on Little Rock side or North Little Rock side, or you live in Saline County or Faulkner County. You name it. You're all part of the Little Rock region.
And that history is important. Mayor Frank Scott Jr. gets it.
If you're not growing, you're not living. And that's one reason why we got to continue to grow forward together.
So while today is a celebration of the past, it's also pushing to the future. There's more history to be written, just like those explorers did 300 years ago.
We must continue to grow. And as we grow, we transform ourselves to a better identity, a better city. And that's what it's all about.
In La Petite Roche, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
All right, thanks so much, Ian. And Mayor Scott says looking back at our history of the city is important too as we look forward to the next 300 years.
Black women! Black judges!
And pushing forward for change, people from around the natural state marched through Little Rock streets today in the spirit of empowering Black women and girls. Organizers for the event say it was designed to bring awareness to critical issues affecting Black women.
In the last 2 years, there's been a 40% increase of violence against Black women nationwide, and we've had a lot here also in Arkansas, and we just wanted to show that, to bring awareness to it, but also to celebrate the good and the positive things that's going on in our communities and how Black women uplift the community.
And the annual event included a remembrance of lives lost to violence. It also included poetry readings, speakers, vendors, and support resources for the community. And today down in Saline County, Little Rock's Child Protection Center hosted their One Bread, One Body food drive. Volunteers collected donations at Walmart and Kroger locations, as well as Harps on Salem Road. Organizers were grateful for the overwhelming response for people in need in Saline County.
This is a community involvement. This is bringing people together, and that's what it's all about. Because I don't know if you noticed, we've got kids out here from 5 to 25 and adults out here, everyone working together for one common goal.
And if you want to donate to this food drive, well, there's still time. Donations are being accepted at the Saline County Walmart, Kroger, and Harps locations still tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right, still ahead, Major League Baseball celebrates a major historic first for women. We'll share more about the first woman to manage a major league team next.
And we had a fantastic start this weekend, but we will begin to see some changes in our forecast next week with the potential of some severe weather, not only for one day, but for several days in a row. I'll have more details on that coming up.